Hey everybody, Chris here. A huge wave is coming for Dogecoin. We're going to talk about that in this video. Please be sure to subscribe to my channel, hit that little notification bell too. You can be notified when my new videos come out, as well as when I do live streams. And join in on the live streams. We have a lot of fun there, talking about not only Dogecoin, but Bitcoin and other cryptos, finance, everything. We can expand out our conversations. Always interested to know what you guys have to say in the chat. But right now, we are waking up to a green day today, and Dogecoin is looking promising. We're going to look at levels of Dogecoin. Other analysts are looking at where Dogecoin can go, as well as, of course, my view of all of this great news that is building. So let's get into it. Let me show you the charts in the news. I'll show you what I'm looking at. We start here looking at the current Dogecoin chart. We're just under 26.5 cents. We had a nice run up last night and into the early morning, up over 27 cents. So it looks like that is our current short-term resistance at 27 cents. We finally broke this 25.5 cent resistance line. So this is a good recovery starting for Dogecoin. And if we look at the Bitcoin chart, Bitcoin did come up to 98.5 and now sitting at about 97.8. So again, when we start to see movement up, Dogecoin outperforms Bitcoin 3.5% to 0.5%. So this, again, just a little preview of something bigger that could happen for Dogecoin. So we have Bitcoin, ETH, Dogecoin rising as investors shrug off Trump's tariff order. All this fear about aluminum and steel and the whole market's going to crash. And the market was like, yeah, nah, we already got this. all priced in already. I mean, that huge drop we had just over a week ago because of tariffs, I think that kind of cleared out all the market, cleared out a lot of leverage, and now we can move higher. So what's going to happen with Doge prices? I mean, I see you guys, you're all over the place. Is Doge going to drop down to 10 cents or is it going to go up to $1? Which is going to happen first? Pretty much Dogecoin price falls, rises, depends on Bitcoin. But again, as we see, when prices fall down, Bitcoin falls a little, Dogecoin falls harder. But when prices go up, Dogecoin outperforms Bitcoin. And that happens consistently again and again and again. So when we zoom out and we look all the way back to 2021, this is starting to form a smaller version of this whole 2021 pattern here for Bitcoin, but it's a much smaller pattern of it. So it looks like Bitcoin is not going to be as volatile through the rest of this bull market as we may have seen in 2021. But what does this mean for Doge? Well, we've got this big ETF thing out there, and there's analysts saying that Dogecoin's ETF is probably more likely than Solana or XRP. There's still a Litecoin ETF, and that probably has the most chance and probably the quickest to get approved first. But the SEC has this new crypto task force, may reclassify assets. We'll see. But it could benefit Litecoin and Dogecoin because they're proof of work cryptocurrencies, completely decentralized, unlike Solana and XRP. And we've got big names like Grayscale and Bitwise that have filed for these new ETFs for Dogecoin, signaling growing demand and possible SEC action in their near future. And James Seifert is looking at these latest ETF applications for Litecoin. They're 90% chance of approval in 2025. So it's viewed as a commodity, likely yes. Again, very much similar to how Bitcoin works is Litecoin. But here's Solana. So Solana may be a 70% chance of approval. XRP maybe a 65%. But right now the SEC does not view either of those as commodities. So if they are securities, does an ETF make sense for them? So, and the XRP one still does not yet have a 19B4 acknowledged. And the same with Dogecoins for Grayscale and Bitwise. But 75% chance of approval, likely yes, viewed as a commodity. This is a great sign for Dogecoin. Is it time to go all in on Dogecoin? Well, there are price patterns that some are looking at, path to $4? Well, this is our good friend Ali, and I mentioned this yesterday and also reposted this on X as well, where it's the same pattern that Ali is showing, but he's now talking about a rally to $4. Not talking about 18 or 10 yet, now down to 4. Some say, well, that's just a first leg and it could go higher after that, but it's still, let's see how this goes first. And as the price moves up forward, because there's a lot of big price predictions out there, of course, in the small scale. Can we break 30 cents first, right? Let's get up with one step at a time. And then when the great news comes, which I'll talk about in just a little bit, when that comes, then we can see the FOMO kicking in, and that is when the Doge price can go much, much higher. But we need this consolidation breakout, right? That's first what we're doing is we got to get out of this sideways phase, and we're starting to tick up a little bit there. So bullish divergence on the 4-hour RSI hints at an imminent range breakout. So there's a lot of technical indicators right now pointing to Dogecoin going higher, as well as derivatives analysis, open interest rises amid bullish sentiment. So again, we're starting to see that sort of positive view of Dogecoin going forward. Now, again, we got the $4. Here's $3.69, driven by an ascending channel pattern, ETF speculation, Elon Musk's Doge initiative, and the other one that we've been talking about that's coming on as well. So this is TA Trader, Trader Allen. He's looking at this parallel channel up as well and seeing, based on the FOMO that happened 2017, then again in 2021 where we overshot that upward channel line. So maybe we don't overshoot it this time. So maybe $3.69, that could be. And of course, what I show, follow me on X at ChrisPax. Appreciate all the follows there. We're having a lot of fun here. Waking up to a green day in crypto land, a lot of green in the crypto bubbles and Elon Musk. And so we do a lot of this on X, and shout out to Max, and he's making some memes and cartoons. So we'll be looking more for that as well. The Doge ETF, Taylor Swift, having a lot of fun on X. But here's the other one that I really liked from Trader Allen here is these continuing accumulation zones. And this is where we are right now. And how long is this accumulation zone going to last this time before we see that next big run? Here's possible Doge price if Elon Musk leverages Dogecoin blockchain for U.S. Treasury transactions. That's right. We're talking Dogecoin is a proof of work cryptocurrency. It has its own blockchain. There's no other memes that have that. That's just Doge. And do you know who likes Doge? Yeah, billionaire Elon Musk. He has suggested moving the U.S. Treasury transactions onto blockchain technology. This idea has triggered discussion among the blockchain community. What could this be? So Mario, well, first we had Elon. He's going as hairy balls right now. Just this funny, crazy thing coming out of the Department of Government Efficiency. But Elon said, career Treasury officials are breaking the law every hour of every day by approving payments that are fraudulent or do not match the funding laws passed by Congress. This needs to stop now. Mario says, should the Treasury be put on the blockchain so this doesn't happen? And Elon says, yes. Reports indicate that Dogecoin, Musk's favorite crypto project, could be a potential candidate. February 2nd report from Forbes refers to Dogecoin as Musk's pet project, essentially mentioning it as a possible option. And a Tesla fan account and Dogecoin enthusiasts also suggested that processing Treasury payments through Dogecoin would increase transparency. What would happen to Dogecoin's price if the U.S. Treasury used a Dogecoin blockchain? U.S. Treasury processes about $5 trillion annually in government payments. translates to roughly $411 billion per month, $13 billion per day. If Dogecoin processes these transactions on its blockchain, it could massively impact its price. Don't want to go through all of these different pricing scenarios that they asked ChatGPT, all of these numbers of what that could mean. But from $1.28 moderate growth, $2.56 extreme growth, or maybe more than $5 if investors drive speculation like previous crypto booms, Dogecoin could hit $5 plus. So yeah, there's counter forces and there's things does the blockchain have any inefficiencies? If the government limits speculative trading, controls liquidity, price appreciation may be capped. And then Dogecoin does have this inflationary supply, but would that dilute price gains? Not in the short term, it wouldn't. So that's all out there. And then, of course, we've got coming up in less than 2 weeks, we've got Tim Stebbing from the Dogecoin Foundation talking about such pay. We believe that that is maybe a layer 2 on top of the Dogecoin blockchain, so that small transactions, numerous transactions could settle back to the Dogecoin blockchain every minute, but those transactions could go through in a couple seconds. And that could be for tips, peer-to-peer payments, whatever, which would just be instant. And then every minute, those would then get settled onto the blockchain. So we're less than 2 weeks away from a big announcement there. We will be watching that. So right now, we are looking at green in crypto. We have some doing very well. We've got Cardano now up 14% for the day. So Cardano is having itself a breakout. Litecoin is performing very well, up around $130 now. And Dogecoin, yes, Dogecoin breaking out of this smaller sideways bit. And I had talked about this, and we will talk about this more on the live stream, but I was predicting this on a sort of this breakout here, and I posted this a few days ago saying, look, we were in this descending wedge, and I drew that arrow, and that was a number of days ago, breaking out, and we are following that arrow. So this is all positive news for Dogecoin. Let's join in on the live stream later. We'll have a lot more talk about this. Give the video a like, leave a comment below. Let me know what you think about this breakout wave. Do we have this big coming out of this accumulation phase, this big move up brewing? If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. I appreciate the support. We'll see you next time.